Hello and welcome to the RemDuo. We are in Scarlet Monastery with Lateralis's character Sepia. Right, you take it away.
Well, as you can see, we haven't actually just hopped into it. We have come after a bit of a messy wipe. The healer was awful, but that's kind of the thing in lobby dungeons. You get, you know, rogues and cloth intellect gear and stuff. There's one of them in here actually. Later on, as you'll see. But basically, this is Scarlet Monastery Cathedral, quite a classic. And I am on my Shadow Priest, as you can see, whipping out those mind flays and whatnot.
This tank knows how to tank better now. He's got him into some good groups. It's good, the good mob groups. You were topping the DPS there for a bit, but there's a section where you run out of mana, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, the slight problem with this group is that the tanks, I don't know if it's the tank's fault or the fact it's just, you know, there's just so many goddamn mobs, but as you can see, I'm very low on mana, and I don't really get the chance to restore it. You see, I'm trying to click on my moonberry juice, or whatever it is, and they seem to sort of, I do try and ask for an MB later on, but they seem to ignore me. Oh.
Yeah, watch out for the phantom door closer. This is quite... I think it's the rogue that just keeps on shutting the doors. It's in a bit. It's a lot, but yeah, I quite like the Scarlet Monastery things. They're quite. Oh, there we go. I quite like the Scarlet Monastery. They're crazy guys, but yeah, but they do make some good dungeons. Phantom door closer again.
The Scarlet Monastery. Well, I'm sure you know. I don't know how much of a lore nerd you are, really, to understand what's all behind the sort of Scarlet Monastery and such. Yes, you.
No, I don't know much lore actually. I did play a bit of Warcraft 3, but I'm guessing was Scarlet Monastery in Warcraft 3?
No, I don't think it was in any of the ones. It's fairly recent, really. Well, no, it's not fairly recent. What I'm on about. It's really formed to combat the Scourge, I guess, but as you can see, they go a bit over the top about it and purge anything remotely sort of well, in their view, sort of unholy. As you can see, I'm completely out of mana.
Yeah, it's quite frustrating being out of mana. When hunters had mana and I was out of mana, I was completely stuck just doing auto shot, and that can really fuck me off.
The days of hunters with mana, they will not be missed. I'm sorry, they won't.
Oh dear God, focus for the win. Seriously, yeah.
You know, it was kind of a bit of a sort of what the fuckish kind of thing when, you know, you first got focus. But I don't play a hunter, but was it that difficult, you know, using the new system?
No, by no means whatsoever. It was really good transition. Kudos to Blizz for that. That was good.
Good job, Blizz.
One added to the pros list. But yes, the focus is good. Further one ability.
Well, now we're on it, seeing as, you know, there's not much to this, to be honest. It's a lobby dungeon. You can't really judge much gameplay from it. What do you think of the whole sort of leveling situ at the moment? And so yeah, as I was saying, what do you think of the new leveling content and all that?
I quite like it. I mean, when I was questing on my Shadow Priest, I may put some videos up of her. In Azshara, the Azshara quests have massively improved.
Oh hell yeah, Azshara's probably one of the best questing zones in the game at the moment. The quests are awesome.
Yeah, it's great, and for both Alliance and Horde as well.
Well, yes, I think it goes without saying that questing has massively improved since vanilla or Wrath even. I mean, it's just so much better. It's actually fun, but the pacing, I think, perhaps is a bit fast. I mean, I'm in Looms and I only get through about, you know, a third of the zone, and I'll level it by then. But, you know, I suppose it's because I'm doing dungeons as well, so I don't know. Either way, from what I hear, it just doesn't take any time at all, really, to get from 1 to 60. The problem is, I think that now Outlands and to an extent Northrend are now just horribly outdated compared to sort of the new content. It's just sort of kind of jarring going from decent quests, just horrible, old school questing. It's just not enjoyable, really.
Grand and all that lot, killing LX and things like that.
God. But I don't know really what they can do to remedy that, to be honest. They can't really skip it out. Well, they could, but that'd just be really, I don't know, it wouldn't work. I don't know, they might eventually go back and rework Outlands, which would be awesome, because Outlands is sweet. I'm not too sure, but no, they definitely ain't going to do anything with Wrath of the Lich King too soon, I don't think, though.
Sorry, one topic I wanted to broach was dungeon quests. Now, I'm sort of in two minds about them. I mean, I think they're great for leveling, you get loads of experience and you get great gear. But sometimes, you go straight into an instance and the people are there, you pick up the quest. That is quite convenient, but is convenience what we're really looking for? What do you think about them?
Well, to be honest, let's be honest here, is it really that? And I mean, there are dungeon quests before, and there were plenty of dungeon quests, pretty much the same quests anyway. But do you think it's not really enjoyable to just go around searching for them? And it's sort of I don't know, convenience over sort of just sort of masochism, really. I know sort of I mean, that doesn't apply for everything, of course, but I think when it comes to dungeon quests, I mean, it doesn't help really at all if they just if they don't do it. It's for convenience sake, and there's nothing wrong with it, really.
Yeah. I agree. That's why I'm sort of in two minds about it. Now, a mail item dropped off that High Inquisitor undead chap. Undead in the Scarlet Monastery. A little bit strange.
I don't know the story behind the other boss guy.
We could probably make up some kind of thing, but it wouldn't be accurate. But yeah, mail. Dropping mail when you're about to go into.
This is why this place is a bit iffy, really. And I mean, I don't know. Perhaps Blizz should rework some of the sort of. I think they've done it for some, but I mean, some of the drops you get from low-level dungeons are a bit odd, really. I think perhaps they need to be sort of updated with the rest of the content to make it more streamlined.
Yeah, but perhaps. Well, I think maybe almost change the Scarlet Monastery things. I mean they're great, but we could add more bosses, things like that. I mean they're quite quick and have lots of mobs and things like that. But yeah.
Well, the thing is, you forget that it is basically just one dungeon. It's split into parts, though, so it's got loads of bosses. It's loads of bosses. It's just that's what they've done to quite a few. And I don't really have a problem with it. No one wants to sort of be stuck in a Wailing Cavern-esque. I quite like Wailing Caverns, but haters gonna hate. But Wailing Cavern-esque kind of length dungeon, and doing those over and over again. I think Scarlet Monastery is all split up, but they're doing it to things like Maraudon, and I think it just makes it a lot more manageable. I mean, nothing's stopping you from doing the others in Maraudon, but Scarlet Monastery's always been in chunks, I guess. So I don't know. I guess I also do kind of tend to see them as sort of separate instances to each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I like all the Scarlet Monastery ones actually, but yeah, I was just thinking either more, if you put more of them, more Scarlet Monastery dungeons. That would be quite good. Would you agree? If there were more of certain dungeons like Maraudon and Scarlet Monastery, would that be better, or would it just be another thing added to the dungeon finder list?
What do you mean in terms of sort of massive hulking sort of dungeons?
No, not massive hulking ones. Just like more smaller chunks, like the cathedral.
Smaller chunks. I don't know really. I think it's kind of fine at the moment. You get quite a bit of choice, I guess, when you're leveling up. I mean, one of the things of the rogue is just needed on my cloth cap. I want that cloth cap. Fucking rogue. Now I think we've just finished the dungeon, and all I'll do is basically run down and turn in those quests, and also try and school the rogue on why rogues don't need don't need intellects. They need agility, of course. Well, and a lot of other things, but it's just he knows the basics. Apparently, this is only his second dungeon, though.
Yeah, some people do quest actually quite high and then start dungeons at about 40 or 50, which is fine. Yeah.
I think I think Blizzard has definitely made the game a lot easier for new players to get into. That's for sure. I mean, you used to get people like in the 50s who haven't spent a single talent point, but I still think that stats seem to be one of those things that when I first started, I was absolutely sort of confused out of my mind about stats. I know it sounds silly, but it is quite confusing for new players. Really, got all these sort of variables. Might be good for just Blizzard to say, oh, yeah, if you're in this spec or whatever, you want to look out for these stats. It's not too hard. I mean, for Shadow Priest, you want intellect, spirit, and crit and whatever. Intellect, spirit, haste, and whatever. Anyway, time's up. Thanks for watching. This has been Lateralis with a really odd Scarlet Monastery run. I'm here with
Goodbye from Rowdies as well. See you guys.
Toodles!